Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Yeah, you know what it is. Hard worker, scrappy, unfiltered, and sometimes unhinged football content. Hard to explain, but you know it when you see it. Doing it daily our way. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Redraft and Dynasty Fantasy Football, we got you covered. You know their defense is ranked like 31st in the NFL? NFL draft prospects and rookies? Now you know you in the right place for that.
Absolutely.
All right, then stop saying it. Then we're done. And prop bets with my man Jay Rich.
Count that money, man.
Now wipe the crust out of your eyes, get you a cup of coffee. It's time to wake your ass up with Ray G. You honestly are making absolutely no sense and you sound silly as hell. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Happy Friday. It is June 3rd, 2022. Y'all decided to wake y'all ass up with Ray G, and I appreciate you being here. It's Friday. Feel good. The sun is shining, I think, today. We all got paid a couple of days ago. It's a good day. It's a happy Friday. Glad y'all are tapped in with your boy. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the comments. Good morning to you. I mean, y'all get in. Y'all must be talking before the stream goes live because it's like full-fledged conversation is already like going down by the time we start the show. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Marlon. Fizzle Dollars in the building. Hunter Joe Green in the building. Evan, Chris, Mike A. What's up, big dog? Jay Peters, Lindsey Mack, my girl. How you doing, Matt Bruning? Ty in the building. The algorithm. Comment. Tap in. Hit the thumbs up button. Like the content. Rico in the building. Dalton, what's up, man? Good to see y'all. Jay Peters in the building. What's going on, man? We got a good show today. Jay, I don't know if you're aware, man. But the comments, they let us have it, Jordan. They were displeased. They were unhappy. They were upset. They let us know in the comments. And I'm just letting y'all all know it was all Jay Rich's fault as to why we used Fantasy Pros on the last mock. It was all Jay Rich. He did it.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with it. I just show up. Jay Rich tells me what we're going to do, tells me what we're going to use. And Jay, the people did not like Fantasy Pros, man. They were not. I'm not here to disparage any company. That's not what we do on this show. We don't down talk people, but they didn't like Fantasy Pros, Jay.
I don't see the problem. You know, at the end of the day, this is what, outside of ESPN, the largest fantasy conglomerate in the business. So someone's going on their website. I mean, I get it. People want different information. They want sleeper. I don't know, man.
I thought,
it's okay, it's okay. We're doing a redo. So we're back. We're here. We're going to redo it because the people were too pissed off. They were ripping me in the comments. Fine. We'll do it again. We'll run it back. You know, we have the ability to do that here. So we'll do it. It's fine. I like it. We'll do it. It'll be good.
We'll run it back for the people, man. We got a birthday in the building. James, happy early birthday to you, James. Happy birthday, man. James, 7 gold rings. My B-Day is this week. Let's go. 7 gold rings in James, man. These are patrons right here. Man, shout out to the patrons in the building. But yeah, Jay, they didn't like it. And part of me wanted to continue to do all of them on Fantasy Pros just to be an ass. Part of me, we thought, we checked out Flea Flicker. We looked at Fantrax. We looked at ESPN to do these mocks. But we're going to give the people what they want. We're going to do a Dynasty Superflex startup mock draft on Sleeper out of the 101 spot. And we have the settings set to 2 QB, Dynasty, 2 running back, 3 wide receivers, multiple flex spots, 10 bench spots. So we are going to build as a community. Hopefully this will be better because they didn't like it. So news-wise, Jay, I don't know what's going on. The biggest news for me, man, I don't know if you saw, I tweeted out, my son made the youth all-star team for T. I've been telling you about my son.
Really? You have been.
He's pretty
a proud father moment.
You know, every parent's like, oh, my kid's pretty good out there, right? But as we're watching these games, some kids aren't pretty good, and you can kind of tell like this kid is not very good. My son's pretty good, man. Like it's early, but he's pretty good, though. Jay.
Speed translates, the athleticism translates. Just got to get the bat in place, the glove. You're working on it, the throw.
He's got his daddy's genes, man. The athleticism has been passed down the bloodline. So I might have something on my hands, man. He's gonna be playing. They're gonna get him in a coach pitch a year early, so he's pretty good. And then my wife got a new job, man. She's trying to make me a stay-at-home dad. Yeah, I
Damn.
want to be a stay-at-home dad,
Congrats.
man. She's got making a lot of money now, so maybe I could just do this full time. Jay, you ready for me full time?
No, I'm definitely not ready for you full time. Please do not do that to me. Get ready to go to the office, go to work. I need a break too. I talk to this guy all day.
Shit.
I don't need full-time content creator GQ who can call me any time of day.
Let's go.
Please give me a few more years. Let me get settled, and then I will let you make that transition. But until then, please continue going to the office.
All right, man. Let's not delay any longer. It's good to see y'all. We got a lot of birthdays in the building, man. It's a lot of birthday. Rose said T-Ball has all-stars. Bro, it's Texas, man. It is everything as an all-star down here, man. Football, baseball, absolute king. It's funny, man. I told this story a long time ago, Jay, but everybody's favorite wide receiver prospect in the 2023 class, Jackson Smith-Njigba, he played high school ball a walking distance from my house right here in Rockwall.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, have been on the Jackson Smith-Njigba train since his sophomore year in high school, man. He was just a legend out here. So, yes, Ro, down here in Texas, right outside of Dallas, they have all-stars, and they select. It's not one of those things where, like, everybody participation trophy. No, like, there are people out there. We want that kid. We want that kid to play on our all-star team. So, all right, baby, let's get it, Jay. We got Sleeper loaded up. Let me make sure it looks sufficient on the screen, Jay. I want to make sure it's full. Can everybody see? Can I put this down? Should I put this down? I can't see the players if I do that, though. How do I make it bigger, Jay? What button do I press? That screen button right here?
Oh, I don't know, man. You can hit that. Try it.
Son of a bitch. I don't know either, man. I don't know. All right, so we're going settings. We got the settings all set up. 2 quarterback, Superflex Dynasty startup mock, and really want to take this exercise seriously. What are we going to do? What would we do in these situations? We got the comments here. We are going to draft out of the 101 spot. It's the redo, the 101. And let's see what we do, Jay. Let's put together a good team here. Something that the YouTubers will be happy with, will be proud of from us. So
Yeah.
let's get it and talk through these players, talk through these picks, talk through what we would do. And didn't I change it to no time? Like, didn't I change that? I thought I had the time. Pause draft, draft settings. Where's it at? No limit. No limit. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, so we can talk through these players. All right, no limit. Resume draft. We are on the clock, Jay, and just like last time, I think we're going with Josh Allen, right? Like,
Some things don't need to change. Josh Allen all day.
Josh Allen is the 101. Can I interest you? I'm just asking. Can I interest you in Mahomes, Herbert, or JT?
Nope.
Got to do it for the.
Gotta be Allen.
Okay. All right.
Gotta be Allen right now. QB1, locked and loaded.
Rushing upside, all of that. Josh Allen is QB1, right? All right.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and draft Josh Allen. Let's turn the sound off of here and see what happens. See, this is what happens when you do no timer, Jay. It doesn't. It doesn't
auto draft them?
Yeah, it doesn't auto draft. So we got to put a timer on it. All right. So we'll just put it like 5 minutes, but it won't matter because it's like the computer's got it. So it should do it, right? Let's go resume. There we go. JT off the board. Mahomes, Burrow. People should be happier already. Chase, Herbert, Kyler, Jets, Jackson, Pitts, Dak, Watson.
Pitts?
Yeah, man. You know people do that shit. They take Kyle Pitts in round
God.
1. I wouldn't do it, but it has been known to happen. All right. Russell Wilson. All right, so we're on the board now, Jay. Let's pause it. Pause it and talk through what happened. So we took Allen. We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks come off of the board before our next pick. Hopefully the people are happy with that. 8 quarterbacks off of the board. We got a bunch of running backs off the board. If you recall, Jay, on the last episode, Breece Hall was sitting here for us at that the 212 spot. We passed on Breece Hall. He's off the board. Eckler, Swift, McCaffrey gone. Javonte Williams, Najee Harris. All of these players are off of the board. So let's just talk about the strategies, right? Quarterbacks. We got Jalen Hurts, Trey Lance, Matt Stafford. I think we're still in a position where our direction is yet to be picked. Are we building a win-now team? Or are we trying to do something for the future? I don't think that direction has been set yet, so we can go a multitude of directions. Let's take a look at the best available running backs on the board, Jay. Running backs, we got Mixon, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Kamara, Chubb, Barkley, Gibson, and then wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Adams, Waddle, Diggs, Hill, Metcalf, Higgins. Tight ends, we got Kelsey and Kittle. So where would you want to go right here? Where I'm asking the people, but I'm asking you, where would you go? If this is your team, you're building this dynasty roster, what are you doing right here at the 212 spot?
I think I am staring down Jalen Hurts, and I just can't not take him with one of these next two picks. But the next pick after that, I think I'd probably want to take Joe Mixon because Joe Mixon's a running back that, I would have ahead of Eckler. He's not quite in the tier with Javonte and Swift and Brees Hall, but he's probably just as good. He's getting a little bit older. I don't know, Ray, where are you at with these guys? Because we know that running backs are going to fall. We know that. We know we can get a Nick Chubb usually in like the 4th round, a Derrick Henry in like the 5th round. Saquon Barkley will fall. Do you think Mixon is worth taking here to solidify that RB1 spot with the Joe Mixon, obviously playing on the Bengals offense? Or do you think you'd rather go receiver here, take, a Devontae Adams, an A.J. Brown, a Jalen Waddle, a guy that we really like, or even, call me crazy, do you think we target the stack with Josh Allen and go Diggs? Because what are the chances he comes back? Probably zero. Right?
Well, after the third, 0. Like, you're not getting them. Like, oh, man.
It's tough. I think, do you like the pick of, like, if we're just picking one, do you like the pick of Jalen Hurts here? Would you go Trey Lance? Like, I think we have to take quarterback here with one of the two picks.
Yeah, with one of the two
So which
picks,
quarterback would you go with? Let's talk through that first. For me, I think it still Hurts. You could talk me into Lance or Stafford. I think I would take Hurts for the flexibility of the future and for winning now, right? I think he's going to be the quarterback long term, and obviously he helps you win now. Stafford just helps you now. Lance, we don't know if he helps you now, but probably helps you in the future.
I think this is the gamble all dynasty managers will make during startups is you take Jalen Hurts, you're truly betting on him getting that contract extension with the Eagles, being the quarterback of the future. He's 23 years old. I'm willing to take that bet, man. I think I'm willing to take that bet. I don't think Philadelphia is going to be. I mean, the books have them projected at 9.5 wins, so they're not going to be in any position to. And even with the draft capital, like it's easy. This isn't the NFL isn't fucking dynasty fantasy football. Like, I could just package up all these picks and I'm going to move up and take a quarterback. Even if you do that, there's no guarantee that quarterback is better than what Jalen Hurts has already demonstrated early in his NFL career without having any receiving weapons. You add A.J. Brown to this offense. I'm willing to make the bet that Jalen Hurts gets the contract extension, is dynamic for Philadelphia, and is a monster for your fantasy roster. So I'm in agreement with you. One of these two picks needs to go quarterback. I'm willing to roll the dice on Jalen Hurts, and then we can double back with Joe Mixon. I'm fine with that, man. I think that's a good plan.
Would you want to go even like on the other side? Would you want to take A.J. Brown, right?
No.
And stack that direction?
No. Not yet.
Oh,
not yet. Not yet.
Well, you're not getting him if he doesn't, like, he's not coming back, right? He's the top receiver on the board. So it's just, if I know people like to stack, they do that. I like to stack too. I don't think that the Hurts AJ Brown stack is one that I'm loving, but it would be pretty good when you think back to the rushing.
But I'm not chasing it. And I talked about this in the Discord last night, patreon.com/allgas. Somebody asked me about dynasty strategy and how you feel about stacking. I like it, but I'm not going to force it, right? I'm not going to force, especially in the second
trade
round,
for stacks, in my opinion.
Second, third round of a startup. I'm not forcing it. I'm taking best player available. If you call me crazy, but I like Saquon Barkley a lot this year, but I think it's too early to take him. We can go with Joe Mixon.
Relative to ADP. But I mean, if you want to go somewhere else, we could wait, right?
ADP is created by a bunch of idiots doing mock drafts that don't know what they're doing. So I don't really care.
But Mixon will
be
really good. He should be better than Barkley if we're just talking about potential outcomes, right?
All right. There we go. Fizzle Dollars was in here. Great talk last night on this topic. If you ain't tapped into the community, you're missing out, man. Patreon.com/allgas. You damn right it was a great topic. Y'all are awesome patrons, awesome dynasty minds. Appreciate you, Fizzle. Oh, man. I'm with you, Robert. I'd rather have Barkley too, but everybody would have shit on the pick. Oh, this, ADP, yada, yada, yada. So we just didn't do it, right? All right. More quarterbacks off of the board. We should be much happier. Bunch of QBs gone. Lance, Fields, Stafford, Lawrence, and Stephon Diggs, as we thought, Jay, off the board. So that stack is gone. Drake London, we see a rookie come off of the board. Drake London here at 411. Justin Fields falling to the 410. A lot of people are a little concerned on old Justin Fields this year, so we'll see how that plays out. Best available quarterbacks, Jay, we got Rodgers, we got Derek Carr, Sneaky card. You interest you in some
Yeah.
Tua at quarterback. Running backs: J.K. Dobbins, Etienne, Montgomery, Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, best available on the board. Wide receiver, we got your boy Deontay, DJ Moore, Treylon, Michael Pittman Jr., Terry McLaurin, Garrett Wilson left, and then we've got Darren Waller, T.J. Hawkinson, Dalton Schultz at tight end. If we wanted to reach for a stack, we could go Carr Waller. We can go Carr Waller on this build, get our third quarterback. We've already got a running back. There's tons of receivers left. Or is now the time where you're starting to think about diving into taking a wide receiver?
I think you got to take a wide receiver with one of the two picks. I mean, for me, it would be McLaurin. I think he's the clear alpha. You know, I am worried about Deontay, and I've mentioned that multiple times. As much as I like him, I know I was looking at some stats with rookie QBs, right, and hearing some things about rookie QBs, and they don't support good wide receivers. And I've talked about how taking Deontay here, especially higher in some drafts, you see him go in the third round, you see him like here in the fourth round. I just don't know if he's going to return value for you at that spot, right? And I just think what I've seen from McLaurin, I just think he has got a better shot of having a better season. But I do love Deontay. I don't know about this season with Pickett, how he's going to play. If it's Mitch, I believe more, but I don't know if I want to run that risk. I know that McLaurin can do it with nobody, and I've told you, and I do believe it's the best quarterback he's ever had this season. But I don't know. Where are you at with those two guys? Or would you maybe go Treylon, or would you go DJ Moore? Like, where are you at with some of these guys, and how do you feel about them overall?
Still there's good receivers on the board, man.
I would like to fade it. I mean, I think I would take a running back with one of these two picks. For me, top of mind is Dobbins versus Etienne. And how do you break that tie? We see Etienne catching all these passes in practices, talking about wanting to be Deebo Samuel. And I don't think there is a great, like, behind him and Dobbins, I think is a tier break.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I think we have to take one of these two guys. I mean, we could take both of them if we wanted to and just fade wide receiver again, see what comes back. That way, you have two good quarterbacks, three great running backs that we really, really like. And then we start piling on the wide receivers from round basically 6 on. I'm not sure if that works for a strategy that you'd be happy with, but that's a pretty typical build for a lot of people, right? Get your quarterbacks early, followed by your running backs, and then pile on wide receivers throughout the rest of the draft.
Well, we still have.
I mean,
we're win now. I think we're win now team. But I think Etienne.
But we're still young too, right?
Yeah, but they're still young. Yeah, 23 years old. Jalen Hurts. 20. What? How old is Allen? Like 20.
I think
25, 26 years old. Mixon's our oldest asset at 25. So I'm not afraid of Travis Etienne right here. I meant, he's going to get work. I don't think he's going to just get all. I think Snoop Connor's probably going to be involved a little bit as well. But I'm fine with Travis Etienne right here. Let's go Etienne. Let's lock Etienne in right here. So we've got two running backs, two quarterbacks. Quarterback, can I interest you in your third quarterback?
I don't think so. I think it's not a waste of draft capital, but I think you're better off trading Carr to a QB needy team, right? Like see, there's one team with no quarterback. Some teams have one quarterback. So we probably will see a quarterback run this round and next round, right? But who do I take here? I'd want to take McLaurin, but it's still there's not that many receivers off the board.
I kind of want Aaron Jones, and then we could just pound wide receiver.
Then you really win now. Yeah.
Yes, if we get you add Aaron Jones to this mix, you get some youth upside with Etienne. You know what you're getting out of Mixon. You have we'd have like 5 running backs on our team with Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and then the 3, like the 3 running backs.
Actual running backs.
We'd have like 5 running backs on our team. I think Aaron Jones or a receiver of choice would be the optimal
I'd probably
strategy.
pass. I think we got to go running back. But do you want to take Jones or Dobbins?
I don't want
youth in Dobbins.
I don't want 2 running backs off of injury. I don't want 2 of them off of injury.
Okay.
So I would rather go with the one that I know is going to be the guy, the one that I know is probably going to get 80 targets. I think we go running back here. We're good at quarterback. Like we could punt that until
we're taking someone late,
and just
right?
take Carson Wentz, right?
Yeah.
Like take a Wentz later, take a Mariota later for that third quarterback in Superflex, and just pound running back right here. I think that's the play. I really do. Let's go Aaron Jones.
I'm fine with Jones there. I like it.
Let's go.
And Jones slips in a lot of drafts too, right? So that's one thing to mention. He slips pretty far in a lot of drafts. So if you are looking at Jones, he may be later than you expect him to be. And we see Cargo, Rodgers went, Deontay, Dobbins right after, McLaurin, Jacobs, Tua. Yeah, a bit of a QB run here for some of these teams. Eli Mitchell, wow. How do you feel about Eli Mitchell this year? We haven't talked about him in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I looked at him, but all right. I think he's going to be fine. I just think that this 49ers backfield is just, we don't know what's going to happen in that backfield. You know what I mean?
I
It
would have
seems like
loved to get Mike Evans there. Would have loved it.
yeah, Mike
That
Evans
would
would
have
have been
been
nice. Mike Evans would have been nice, Jay. Oh, shit. How do you make that come back up? All right, Mike Evans would have been nice. Yeah, Jay said Dobbins off the board. Deontay, big wide receiver run. Saw a lot of guys. DJ Moore, Pittman, Garrett Wilson, Treylon, McLaurin, Judy Smith, Olave, Godwin, Evans. If we would have passed on running back, would you have been good with either Leonard Fournette, Zeke, Connor right here? I would have.
I would have been okay with it, but I don't know if I would have preferred it though. I still think getting Jones is the better play because there's still good wide receivers here, right? Like we're only getting one of DJ Moore or Deontay or Pittman or McLaurin if that's the route you want to go. I still think Jones is probably the better play overall.
Oh, man.
And like maybe do we even want to go again to the running back well because there's still guys we like there.
No, not with some of these receivers on the board, man. I'm looking right now. I'm just telling you where my eyes are. Keenan Allen, Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore, Marquise Brown, Mooney. I'd be happy with any of those two receivers. And then let's just look at tight end. Still got Schultz. Most of us playing tight end premium leagues. I'd still be fine there as well. Jay, which wide are we double tapping receiver here?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's a great move. I mean,
Who
I
would
would
you
probably
want?
take Allen and Mooney personally. I know what I'm getting from Allen. He'll probably be safe, locked in, high end wide receiver 2 at worst. And then Mooney's the upside young wide receiver. That's probably the route I would go. I mean, you could say Moore, you could say Brown. Brown is interesting because we don't really know what he's going to be in Arizona. He should kind of fill that Christian Kirk role. We know that DeAndre Hopkins suspended for the first 6 games of the season, only 24. He honestly should be pretty good. I think it's just I don't know what his range of outcomes are going to be, right?
Oh, it's all over the place. I mean,
so okay, Ray, here's a perfect question. Would you prefer, because I think this is a legitimate question, as much as I love Darnell Mooney, would you prefer Marquise Brown over Mooney? Because I think
yes.
we know that Mooney's going to be in a much worse offense, probably a worse quarterback. Brown should see the majority of the targets early on in the season. Then when Hopkins comes back, we'll see how they get acclimated. But also the connection with Kyler, right? They work on it in the offseason, went to Oklahoma. I think maybe we're underrating what Marquise Brown could be, and especially with how young he is. Would you want to go Brown and Mooney and stay young, or would you want to take Keenan Allen to kind of be our wide receiver 1, solidify that production from our wide receiver 1 slot?
I really want Rashad Bateman. Like, I think it's wheels up for Bateman. I know you don't like it.
I know, but it's the target upside for Bateman. That's very difficult. Like, you look at Keenan Allen, right? You know his quarterback's throwing for 5,000 yards. You know he's probably seeing 130, 140 targets versus Bateman, who he might see 100. And so you're banking on touchdown upside, right? You're really, because that's how he'll make it up.
I think I'd rather Keenan Allen. I'm in on Hollywood this year. I mean, he's paired up with his college quarterback.
I think he could be really good.
So we'll go. There's some upside play here.
People are in on Bateman. So if the people want Bateman, I'm fine with it.
Well,
this is my own personal reservations with Bateman and just the offense.
He won't be there
right?
on the next pick. He won't come back.
No, he won't.
12. So
no, he won't.
Keenan Allen and the security in the floor of Allen, knowing that he's 30 already. Like, Rashad Bateman, Keenan Allen is his team's wide receiver 1. So is Rashad Bateman, and he's 22 years old. Our team isn't old, man. Our oldest player is Aaron Jones at 28.
Yeah.
Bateman or Keenan Allen? Which one?
The people seem to want Bateman, so let's take Bateman. I'm fine with it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'll trade him when he blows up. Don't worry. I got it all figured out.
I mean, I think at the end of the year he could have similar numbers to Keenan Allen, man. And he's 8 years younger.
I think he could have similar fantasy points. The numbers, I don't know. That's a little bit tougher for me. I think from a fantasy standpoint, absolutely. But we do have the PPR upside with Keenan Allen, right? So the floor, the receptions, the yards.
I'll draft. We'll do this.
The people want Bateman. They want Bateman. Craig Bateman. Why can't you pull the trigger on Bateman?
Man, let's just do it.
Allen is old, but he's good though. He's gonna be fine, right? He's gonna produce for us.
We did it. We went Keenan Allen. Bateman's not gonna make it back to us. And we're gonna reference this episode when Bateman smashes this year and Keenan Allen turns 31. Man. Sutton, Christian Watson, tight ends off the board, Sky Moore gone, James Cook, there goes Fournette. My biggest thing so far right now is right here at 5-1. I wish we would have gone receiver. And then I would have been fine having Zeke here at 7, Zeke at 7-1 or Fournette at 7-1. I wish we could have done the Aaron Jones play a little bit differently, but that's all right. So we still got good receivers on the board, Jay. You still got Juju, Ayuk, Gabe Davis is there. Maybe a little too early for Gabe Davis at the 8-9 turn. A-Rob, Brandon Cooks. This point with Keenan Allen, I think
we're getting older now.
I think A-Rob is a play right now. Running backs.
Do you want to take A-Rob with Gabe Davis? Gabe Davis is a reach here. I think we both know that, but we're reaching with Josh Allen, right? So you have the smash potential, right? And so from that standpoint, I think it's if you're going to reach on Gabe Davis, at least do it with Josh Allen. So you get the supreme upside of what it could be if they all hit, right? I mean,
so what we've done now, let's talk about what we just did. Passing on tight end where we could have, in this range where we could have went Goddard or Schultz. I'm in full-fledged fade tight end mode now.
Yeah, we're punting.
I'm not even looking right now. Dawson Knox, Mike Gesicki, Noah Fant, Cole Kmet. I'll just wait. I like some of those guys, but I'll wait.
Yeah.
Quarterback. I'm just bringing it up. Quarterback. Tannehill, Davis Mills, Jameis Winston. Too early for any of those guys, in your opinion?
For our team, yes. For our team, yeah. I would wait. I'd probably just take a young guy super late, like you said, Carson Wentz, or just a guy to fill in for bye weeks. We're not winning the league with a third quarterback who's actually good. We need our starting quarterbacks to be studs, right?
See, this is where I don't mind an organic stack. If we go insert receiver, right? Ayuk, Smith-Schuster, A-Rob. I think A-Rob is I'm willing. Here's the thing.
I think A-Rob's the pick.
A-Rob's not going to make it back to us at 10-12, right? After we double tap these two. So I think we lock in A-Rob. And then I'm fine with Gabe Davis here at 9-1. This is an organic stack that I wouldn't mind. And a lot of the leagues we play in now, Jay, are best ball. I would not mind Gabe Davis right here. I actually think it's a pretty damn good pick. Gabe Davis, Brandon Ayuk, which one do you have more confidence in producing this season?
That's tough. It's a bit of a loaded question for me, but the answer for me is Gabe Davis because I believe in the quarterback. As much as we don't really know what Gabe Davis is, what he could be, there's uncertainty on both sides, but I am certain that Josh Allen's going to be good. I can't say the same for Trey Lance, right? I just don't know what he could be, but I do like Ayuk. I just don't know if I'd take him even over a Juju, who, while maybe has a lower ceiling, we know he's got Mahomes, should fit into the offense pretty well and be pretty good in that offense.
And I'm just asking the question: why do people not like Gabe Davis? Everything, the pathway to being the wide receiver 2 is clear as day. I'm truly asking. I get all the bullshit narrative around him last year, but at this point, he's the wide receiver 2 on one of the best offenses in the NFL, tethered to one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. No Emmanuel Sanders, no Cole Beasley. You're telling me that we're concerned about Khalil Shakir, a 5th-round pick, and Jamison Crowder to take target, and Isaiah McKenzie? What is not to like about the opportunity situation for Gabe Davis? What's not to like?
I think it's just that people were expecting him to become something because, again, they've never really had anybody outside of Diggs, right? So they thought, okay, Gabe Davis looked good, played well. He should be the guy, but he never really got that shot, right? Because Sanders came in, he looked good. But then I forget what time it was, around week 10 when they made that transition. Sanders played less, Gabe Davis played more. And then ultimately you see that spike game in, the conference semifinal between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills, where he just went off and that spiked his value. But I think for us and this build, it makes so much sense to grab Gabe Davis here. Like, it just makes so much sense because if he hits, we have probably, honestly, one of the best stacks in football. If it's not Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis could be almost as good from a just weekly production with Allen. Like, having that is so invaluable when you talk about ceilings in fantasy football.
I like Gabe Davis's situation. I like it a lot. Let's just peruse the tight end. Can I interest you in a tight end?
It would just be Noah Fant. That's really the only one that I'd be interested
Cody
in.
Carpentier sold me on Cole Kmet last night in the Discord.
Oh, he did?
He did. 93 targets on a bad offense for a tight end with a team where their next best receiver outside of Mooney is Byron Pringle. I think Kmet could.
It's fair.
I like him. It's a lot of
It's
still
fair.
solid receive. Like, look at the receivers left. Like, if we passed on receiver here to get a tight end, good chance Lockett makes it back to us. Maybe Christian Kirk, Russell Gage, Allen Lazard as our fourth receiver. You want to go tight
where would
end
you
here?
go? Where would you go
wait one
otherwise?
round?
Is there a running back we could take here?
Running backs:
Because we have
Clyde
to look at
Edwards-Helaire, Damien Harris, Miles Sanders, Tony Pollard.
Miles Sanders. Where are you at with Miles Sanders? Do you think he'd be worth the pick as our fourth running back here? We have Hurts, so a little bit of vibe, but they're going to eat into each other's workload, right? That's the problem with having Hurts, is that we can't really take Sanders because if he steals his touchdown, ceiling is much lower for Sanders and vice versa, right? So we're kind of capping ourselves in that regard.
I think Gabe Davis is the pick. The more I think about this, I think Gabe Davis is the pick.
You can't have too many receivers. And if he hits, it feels like a luxury pick right now to take Gabe Davis.
All right. So we got our two quarterbacks. We hammered running back. I feel good about our four receivers. Dawson Knox off the board. We see Brandon Cooks go. Some of the running backs we discussed. There go another tight end, Mike Gesicki off the board. We might land a tight end. All right. What we talked about. Kirk is there.
Heartbreak.
Christian Kirk there. Tyler Lockett still on the board. Tight ends, Noah Fant and Cole Kmet. Quarterbacks, Davis Mills, Jameis Winston. So, running backs, Singletary, Chase Edmonds on the board, Ramondre, Algier, Penny, Gordon, Ronald Jones. So some decent throw running backs. I think Cole Kmet. I want Cole Kmet, Jay. I want Cole Kmet here.
All right, take Cole Kmet.
Let's go Cole Kmet, and then I'll let you make this next pick. Did you want to double tap tight end since we punted it?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
We're not doing that.
I think QB3 here in the 11th makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so let's talk through them then. Who would be your pick? For me, it's Jameis. I think Jameis is the clear guy. Like, you could go Matt Ryan potentially. I think Jameis is the clear guy for me personally. I get the ACL coming back off injury, but we're looking at Davis Mills, Malik Willis, Matt Ryan, Desmond Ridder, Carson Wentz. You could maybe talk me into Carson Wentz, but I think it'd be between him and Jameis. I want the guy with the most
who and Jameis?
Wentz.
Oh, it's
like not to say we take him here, but
it's
Davis Mills.
It's Davis Mills for me.
But don't you think if you're trying to win, you need production out of your QB3? Like, we don't know who he's playing on the bye weeks, and he's got an okay ceiling. But if you get a ceiling game out of a Carson Wentz, out of a Matt Ryan, out of a Jameis Winston, is going to be a lot higher, more than likely, than Davis Mills, just based on the team around him and the players that they have at their disposal, right? So that's the only reason why I don't love it. I mean, I get you want the younger quarterback, but I think he is just as likely to be replaced as any of these other quarterbacks we're talking about, right? Like Wentz could be on a 1-year deal, Jameis 1-year deal, and then same with Matt Ryan.
So
which one do you think has the best seal? I guess you wait. Yeah,
let's just wait then. Let's just wait.
So then let's go receiver. Let's just take a receiver, because we can't have too many receivers. Who do we got here?
Kirk, Lockett, Gallup, Cordero Patterson, and if you wanted a young guy, David Bell, Alec Pierce, Mechie, Wandell, Lazard, Myers, Gage, Chark. Still a bunch of receivers left, man.
There's a bunch there, man. Oh, my God.
So go look at running back. Running back, we got Motor. We got Edmonds, Stevenson, Melvin, Jones, Zamir, TDP. We don't want to reach for a rookie here in the 11th. TDP. Too early to. I mean,
I mean, oh man, this is disgusting.
And then hold on, let me just ask you, like, we still do have Fant, Alberto, Irv, David Njoku on the board at tight end.
Those guys will be there though.
I don't think they'll be. I don't think Njoku will be. Let's make a gamble. I don't think Njoku makes it back to us.
I think he will. Like, okay. I don't think his ADP has rise that much. Like, we may see 3 of them go. I don't think we see all of them go, personally.
Yeah.
I think the pick maybe just have to be Lockett. But Lockett sucks now. Like, you're kind of banking on him getting traded. Like, Lockett's a good receiver, but I don't trust Drew Lock.
Joe, I'm asking Joe because Joe said, I see Barry said not tight end. Joe, where do we go? Where do we go? I kind of like Christian Kirk. I know here's my thing with Kirk. This is my thing with Kirk. Everybody hates the fact that Kirk got the money that he did and he shouldn't have got paid. He's going to get opportunity. There's going to be opportunity there regardless of what we think about that contract. I don't hate Kirk here. Don't hate Lockett. Ah, man, Jay. If it were between Kirk and Lockett, I would take Kirk. Where are we going? I can't hear you.
Yeah, take Kirk.
You said Kirk?
Take Kirk. Take Kirk, right. Yeah.
Let's go Christian Kirk. Singletary off the board. Joe said she didn't know. She didn't damn help us out at all. Opportunity. We went Kirk. I think it's, regardless of what we think about the contract, I think Kirk got paid. He's going to be on the field. There's that. All right. And you were right. The tight ends came. Now they're there. So running back, TDP's still there. TDP's still there. And you were 100% right. Jameis Winston, Davis Mills came off the board. Jamison Winston is still on the board for us.
Could we wait again? If you want, do you want to wait again for Wentz? No. Like, try and roll the dice one more time for Matt Ryan or Wentz?
Well, here's the thing. If we can, and if we miss out on them, then we'd be left with like Marcus Mariota, Mitch Trubisky, which I'm not particularly thrilled with. But
I'm fine rolling the dice. I think just seeing how later these guys are really gonna go in a 2 QB in a Superflex league.
Let's be real though. Let's be real here. This is a scary team. You know why? If Jalen Hurts busts, all we have is Josh Allen. That's it. If Jalen Hurts busts, all we got is Josh Allen. I hate feeling like that, man.
But the problem is that that's how you win, right? You have to be risky somewhere.
I feel you.
And I don't like my general philosophy in Dynasty is I don't believe you can win by, like, yes, you need depth, but if you're in a startup and you're trying to win now, you can't win without having a hole somewhere. And usually what people do, right? And like you're talking about, they load up on quarterbacks, but their actual talent that they have to start every week suffers because of that. And they're like, well, if someone gets hurt, but it's like, you're not winning a dynasty league if one of your QBs sucks or gets hurt. Like, it's just not happening, right? You need to have Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen be QB1s and be good. So if he busts, you're losing anyways. So then you're hopefully going to have a top pick.
TDP.
And you can kind of, I like TDP here. I like TDP.
Just for some youth. Some youth and some upside as our RB4.
You need it pretty badly. Would you want to go TDP and Zamir White?
No. I'd want to go TDP and a tight end.
Okay, yeah, because you want Njoku. Okay, so go TDP and then take Njoku because he's still there. And then we'll see what quarterbacks come back to us.
All right, we did it. TDP and Njoku. Mel, look at all the running backs that went off the board. Zamir, Chuba Hubbard. Like, I would have been pissed if we would have passed on running back and then would have been left with what was left. Like, I'm glad we took running back. I'm glad we took a tight end. Like, I'm glad we made those picks. Like, I'm glad. And
wow, Kenny Golladay just went.
Because if we would have passed on TDP, we would have been left with Marlon Mack, Pierre Strong, Gus Edwards, Tyler Batty, and I wouldn't have been happy with that.
So, do you want Marlon Mack or Gus Edwards? Because I interest you in those guys. Because
I want a quarterback right now. I want a quarterback.
Well, they're still there. We could roll the dice again.
That's at some point it's going to bite you. We're in the 15th round. Like, what?
So which one do you
Here's
want?
my question. No. What are we rolling the dice on them for? Marlon Mack? McCole Hardman?
It's an exercise, right? It's an exercise. So we're seeing how late till these guys actually go. I mean, we could. I think I would go Winston for me. I just think that he's set up the best of all the guys. I think that Matt Ryan could be pretty good, but they're still going to be primarily running the ball. I think we'll see a bit of a switch, right? Last year was a lot of Kamara. I think the Saints saw that didn't really work, and now they're going to be a little bit more balanced. They obviously brought in receivers to help that out. Olave, Landry, and Thomas being back. So I think so.
I didn't mean to press that. I didn't mean to press that, but we'll just leave it. Like I was trying to click through. I was trying to
Okay.
yeah.
We got Jameis now. That's fine.
Right,
I like Jameis. I just made the case.
Somebody said you got them shaved dice. I believe it too. All right, now we're done. Where do we go? Marlon Mack.
Honestly, I like the gamble on Marlon Mack here. Or, oh man, who else is there?
I mean,
because if you gamble on Marlon Mack and he's the starter, that's a lot of value. Like that's another starting running back on our roster. Versus Pierre Strong, who people are saying is going to redshirt, right? Like he could be good, but they're saying he's going to redshirt. So how does that help us? Gus Edwards, probably at best a complimentary back if he's healthy. It's only if he's healthy first over J.K. Dobbins. But yeah, I think Mack is the better bet if you're just talking about win now, getting more pieces who could play for you instead of trying to build this depth and stuff like that.
Man, bro, it looks like look at all the QBs that are still left. We would have won that. Your shaved dice would have won that bet. We would have won that gamble.
It's looking that way. It's looking that way.
We would have that gamble would have paid off if like. But I like Winston better than I'd like Daniel Jones, though. I'll tell you that. For damn sure.
Yeah. So
all
who
right.
are your late round dart throws here? We're in dart throw territory.
Yeah, we're in dart throw territory. I think
would
MVS
you want to go after Jerome Ford?
I think MVS I like MVS.
Okay. I like MVS.
I'm just good. And at this point, I'm just betting on the situation, right? I'm betting on a good offense. He's going to be a starter. Spike week type stuff. He's our wide receiver, 5, 6? Yeah. I'm willing to take a bet on Kansas City.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's just scroll down a little bit. Curtis Samuel, no thanks. Corey Davis, no thanks. Jameson Crowder, KJ Hamler, Edwards, Kendrick Bourne. I like MVS. I think that's a good pick right here.
Yeah, he's not too old either, so he's right on that age threshold that we're gonna be okay. And then if we're going running back dart throws, who are some of the ones that you're looking at right now? You see Eno Benjamin. Are you ready to take the shot on Eno Benjamin?
Not really, but I mean there's nobody else. Like
how do you feel about Darrell Williams in Arizona? Could he be a guy that sees some value?
I think it hurts Keontae Ingram, but I don't feel good about him. Like I don't think he's gonna. It's just dart throw territory, man. I'm shooting darts, right? Would you want to take another quarterback here or no?
I don't see the reason why we'd need to.
I don't either.
Like I get it from the standpoint of value and trade assets, but like let's try and find guys within the ADP that we like. I do think Darrell Williams is an option personally. Now that he's in Arizona, he could be the primary pass catcher there. People talk a lot of good things about him, and while he's older, he was pretty good last year. And if you're taking a shot on a guy who could be productive in a pretty good offense, and I don't know if you saw, did you see Kyler's spray chart? How often he throws to the flats?
So you want Darrell Williams?
I think he's worth a shot. Yeah, I do think he's worth a shot. He's a guy who could be more involved than we realize. Like we loved James Conner and his ability in the passing game. Oh wow, there's all those quarterbacks. Jesus. QB run. My goodness. Run.
All of them off the board. All of them. Drew Lock, Jimmy Garoppolo, Marcus Mariota, Matt Corral, Baker Mayfield, Sam Howell, Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, Desmond Ridder, Matt Ryan, Malik Willis, Van Jefferson, Jarvis Landry, KJ Osborne, Josh Palmer, Nico Collins, Devontae Parker, Greg Dulcich off the board. Jerome Ford still there. Eno Benjamin, who we talked about, still there. Got Tim Patrick, Justin Ross. Now it's upside season. Like I'm just shooting for guys that there's no safety, there's no floor. Just who can have a value that I could trade, right? Like that I.
How about Romeo Doubs?
No, I'd rather have Justin Ross than Romeo Doubs.
Really?
I would, because I could trade Justin Ross. I can trade Ross.
You can.
I can trade Ross. I think Tim Patrick's actually like a sneaky good pick. He's a starting receiver with Russell
Yeah,
Wilson.
he'd be good.
I like
He'd be
Tim
good for
Patrick.
sure.
I like Tim Patrick. Now we got people bitching about sleepers ADP. First you complain about Fantasy Pros, then you complain about sleeper. So we'll do Flea Flicker and ESPN next, and one day you guys will be happy. Jerome Ford, Dearness Johnson. Where do you want to go?
I'd take Jerome Ford, I think. We've seen a lot of good things from Ford, and if Hunt does
We've
leave,
seen nothing from
there
Ford.
could. I mean, in college. Dearness Johnson, I think we know what he is, and he's good, but I think that drafting Ford tells you that they do need another running back in that room, and Ford could gain a lot of value being younger, right? So I think there is some value to that as well.
Lindsey Mack got the joke. Lindsey Mack said keep trade cut next. Yeah. Next, we're going to do this on Terminal. A mock draft with Terminal, just DOS, just green screen to appease the masses. I'm fine with Jerome Ford, man. Like, it's dart throw season. And you saw the report that they're not in contract talks with Kareem Hunt. Like, they're not going to extend Kareem Hunt. So, let's just go. Let's go with Jerome Ford.
Damn, a starting quarterback was still there. Sam Darnold,
19th round. What a value.
That's
Value for
good.
Sam Darnold. Some tight ends. Justin Ross, my boy, comes off the board. It's not really my boy. Kendrick Bourne is my boy. He's off the board. And we got the last pick, Jay. Dynasty, last picks. I only throw darts at running backs, man. So I'm still sticking with running backs. You got Dearness Johnson. You got Eno, Chris Evans. Maybe is the cuff to what's his name. I don't care about handcuffs right now. I think if it were me, I'd take a shot on Abe Smith. I'd take a shot on Abram Smith, being that hammer roll. Who would you want? You want Dearness?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm okay with Abe Smith. Like, I don't think it's terrible. There could be another guy I like more, but I'm fine with it. It's it's really dart throw season.
Yeah, it's dart throw. All right. So let's look at our team. Let's look at what we did. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts as our two quarterbacks. We're rolling out Joe Mixon, and it's only two running backs. So we're rolling out Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones as our two starting running backs. Our starting wide receivers, we start three. So we'll be rolling out Keenan Allen, Hollywood Brown, and Allen Robinson. Our starting tight end is Cole Kmet. We got two flex spots. So, wait, don't it have a roster thing? Can I just look at the roster? Yeah, there we go. Flex spots, Gabe Davis and Travis Etienne. So that's
just
our
so you know,
team.
We're in the way here, Ray. You may want to move us.
Oh, we're in the way.
Over.
My bad.
Yeah,
there we go.
No, you're good.
Cole Kmet at tight end. Our bench, we got Christian Kirk, TDP, David Njoku, Jameis Winston, Marlon Mack, MVS, Darrell Williams, Tim Patrick, Jerome Ford, Abe Smith. So that's the squad.
Yeah.
How you feel about the squad, Jay?
I like them, man. I think that we chose a direction, right? And this is what I tell people all the time, and you tell people all the time as well, is when you're doing a startup or you're doing any type of draft, you have to have a direction. And once we really committed to the win now mentality, it was okay, we can take an Allen Robinson, a Tim Patrick, a Darrell Williams, guys that will actually be on the field for us this year that can produce, instead of taking some of these younger rookies and some of these players that have potential, because overall we do need production, right? Once we drafted Aaron Jones, we're like, okay, now it's time, we're trying to win, right? Because we don't want Aaron Jones if we're not trying to win. He's too old, he's not going to return any value. But with this roster, it'd be pretty good. I think this is a competitive roster, right? I don't know about you, I don't know about the comment people, but I think that we put together a pretty good roster that can compete right away.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's fine. I think it was keeping it real. It was better than the Fantasy Pros exercise, so this was a little bit better. But there we go. Views from the 101. Appreciate everybody's group. We made this draft. Like, it wasn't just us, Dre. The people gave us some good input on this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one a little bit better than the Fantasy Pros episode. We got a couple of super chats we got to get to, Jay, before we get out of here. All right? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool. Super Chat Friday. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Count that money. Chris, thoughts on this? 102, 106, 107 in the 2023 first for Javonte Williams and CEH. Would you trade all of that for Javonte and CEH? No.
Nope.
No.
I'd rather have Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth
is
Walker, Garrett
saying something.
Wilson, Jamison Williams, and the 23 first over Javonte Williams. I'm not trading all that for Javonte and CEH. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Easy.
Yep.
Easy no. Easy and hard no. All right, Rico. 25 hours says Mooney won't be any better than wide receiver 15. Ooh, bat season. Rico said put up.
Set the line super high. Wide receiver 15? What? So you're saying he won't be a wide receiver 1? I mean, can we move this line down to – I want to know if I can move this line down to 18. Because Rico, 15 is too high. It's too high. He's not – he's great, but he gets his money off of volume, not off of touchdowns.
Rico, if we move it to 18, Jay said he'll make the bet. If we move it to 18, Jay said he'll make the bet. All right, y'all like MT or Coop more for Dynasty? I have Watson. Not sure if I should try to get to. Yeah, I like Cooper, Amari Cooper more than Michael Thomas.
I like Cooper much more. I do like Thomas a lot, but I think that if you have Watson, take Cooper. They'll figure it out and they'll be good.
Give me Amari Cooper over MT and his ankle that's been broken for 2 years. Here we go. Matt, love the show, guys. If you have some time, could you weigh on this trade? Javonte Williams and Mooney for Breece and Etienne.
I'd probably take Breece and Etienne.
Breece and Etienne.
Yeah.
Breece and Etienne.
I love Javonte, but he's probably a little overrated if we're being honest.
Oh, we got the approval. Matt Bruning, super chat. Good roster. Abram put you over the top. Abe Smith put us over the top. Thanks, Bruning.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got one right here. We'll get you. Oh, we got a new patron, Heisman tier member here, trying to get connected to Notion. All right. We'll get you, hit me up in Patreon and I'll get you logged in, baby. We got you for the rookie draft, big dog. Appreciate you. Let's do the sound for him. Damn, Heisman tier member giving super chats. You ain't got to do that, big dog. We got you. And Rico said, you know what? I'll take the wide receiver 18. We got to bet.
All right, let's get it.
Jay Rich, if y'all want to bet with somebody that won't pay up his bets, Jay Rich is your guy. Jay,
it's because of the international transfer laws, and there's just a lot of logistical issues sometimes with sending money. So don't worry, Rico. I got you. It'll be there. I mean, if of course I win. If you lose, but we'll see.
Hey, did you watch the NBA Finals last night, Jay? Of course you did, right? What do you think about?
No, I'm a box score scout, baby. All I do is look at the numbers.
The only reason I say that is because I still have not loaded the outro into the thing, so we've got to use the
NBA outro. Let's get
outro. Yeah, so y'all have a great weekend. Comment. We love you. Mock Draft Monday. We will be me versus Mel Kiper on Monday. Mel Kiper has his big board out for 2023. We are going to scour the quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers, and the tight ends. GQ versus Mel Kiper on Monday. Mock Draft Monday is popping off on the 6th. Make sure y'all wake up, tap in, have a great weekend. Subscribe, comment, tell your friends about it. Watch our prop videos. We out. Peace.